There's this guy who went on a bender. He did a 15, 20-minute video essentially about Ian Levine, but it's all about me. Because I can find it. This guy's such a... And then he deleted... I said, look, come if you want to talk, come on my channel. And he deleted the comment. Pussy. These people are just such incredible pussies, aren't they? I wouldn't want to be such a pussy, frankly. I would be somewhat embarrassed. Oh, here it is. I'll be somewhat embarrassed to be such a pussy. But this guy like lies about me for 15 minutes straight, and he can't even pronounce my name, right? It's like, what's up your ass other than you're an asshole, right? I don't understand, right? Here, let's pull this up. We're not here. Video file. We're not going to watch the whole thing. It's 15 bloody minutes. Are you out your mind?
How's it going, guys? Brian here, back again with another video. Today we're taking a look at another Ian Levine post.
By the way, here, let me see if I can find his page. It is Ian Levine. Here, look at this. Man, I mean, this is it. Okay. This is Bonkers McBonkers. Ian Levine. Like, what is up your ass, mate? Italy, Metallica, really? Like, it's like you made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 videos. Oh no, 8 videos in the last month about Ian Levine and his AI reconstructions, which are, we're going to look at those tonight. Fucking excellent, right? Absolutely excellent.
Where he posts something extremely inflammatory. This is the second.
Not really. Only if you're a idiot pussy who is terrified of having the piss taken out of you.
Third time I'm going to have to record this video because I keep messing it up each time. And first time, I accidentally hit my button that...
I don't give a shit, okay? Yeah, you shit at doing this. Like, he's got a huge channel. It's like got, how many? 16,000 subs? Yeah, it's got 16,000 subs. And this video had 143 views. How sad. That guy paid for his subs.
The recording, and the second time I forgot to unmute my microphone, but everything should be working.
Well, okay, with a brain trust like this, I'm sure everything's going to go well
right now. So let's get started into this. Ian Levine writes, "I'm allowed to express this view because I'm 100% gay, disabled, and in a wheelchair."
Yeah, I would say you're allowed to express your view regardless of your immutable characteristics. But carry on.
And Jewish. If it weren't for, I'm guessing if I wasn't, then the PC brigade would venomously accuse me of homophobia.
Yes, as this guy's about to do.
And he's referring to this this video by Tzvi Lebetkin. Also,
like, if you're gonna diss me for 15 minutes, say my fucking name right, Tzvi Lebetkin. How did he say it? Tzvi? And he gets worse saying it.
Referring to this this video by Tzvi Lebetkin.
Tzvi Lebetkin, you've never, ever listened to a word I fucking said, have you? Little cunt.
Also known as a rabbi from another planet. Tzvi Lebetkin is known...
Tzvi Lebetkin. It's not my fucking name. Tzvi Lebetkin. Tzvi Lebetkin, not Tzvi Lebetkin. Fucking tosspot.
As an extremely far-right grifter like Nerdrod.
Okay, why? Well, firstly, thank you for comparing me to Nerdrodic. I heard that. But, like, what am I grifting about? Like, okay, what is that I'm grifting about? I'm intrigued, right? What's this con that I've got going on? You see, I generally speaking, I find people with like these extreme left-wing views are either midwits or fuckwits. So this guy is somewhere between the two. He's either fuckwit or a midwit, all right? And when he doesn't understand something, he thinks it's somebody else's fault, not his, because he's a fucking moron, right? An absolute moron.
Like, or some of those other YouTubers that like to post vitriol and bigotry on Doctor Who and everything.
I've never posted vitriol, bigotry on Doctor Who. No, vitriol I have, right? I said, this is unwatchable shit. Now, if you want to call that vitriol, see, I don't know. Look, people often have a meltdown for the silliest things, right? Like, I was having about 6 months ago. I was having a conversation with the newish rabbi at my synagogue, right? And I did mention in passing, like, oh, yeah, it was a nitwit idea you had. It was stupid, right? And you fucked up something, essentially, right? And he was so offended. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Yeah, look, you know you screwed up. I know you screwed up. Everybody knows you screwed up. It was a bad idea. Get over it. And although, because he likes Doctor Who, I was able to talk him down and say, yeah, but you know, I'll remind you of the was it the 1970s episode of Doctor Who, The Robots of Death, where the Doctor is talking to a robot, right? And the robot realized he messed something up. He failed. He said, I failed. And Tom Baker was like, yes, but failure is one of the basic freedoms. Honestly, I don't get it. Like you know, if you ever read the Old Testament, it's about, you know, our greatest heroes in my culture fucking up, right? They don't shy away from us fucking. Everybody fucks up. Anyway, but yeah, this guy's I think a fuckwit. So yeah, I did call him a fuckwit a few times.
On in their shitty criticisms about how Doctor Who is woke now because.
Okay, why? The reason that you like it is because it's woke now. It's the same reason that the ratings are tanking, right? I love it. Oh, woke, whatever that means. Oh, it's what Doctor Who is. Yeah, that's what it means.
We have trans people in the story, or there's a gay person, or there's a somebody.
Firstly, I love how they always conflate trans people with gay people, and they say there's a gay person in the story. Yeah, nobody has a problem with a gay person in the story, right? No, nobody whatsoever. This kid, he sounds like a kid. He's either a kid or a moron kid, which is that's what I got my money on. He's look, you got to understand. Most of the world think it's that people with penises can never be women, right? Most of the world, right? You have a little bubble in Western civilization which are being throttled to death and losing culture war now because of it. Because most of the world do not think people with penises can be women, and they think things propagating that idea is propaganda. Now, let me say that I'm not dogmatically telling you that I know I'm right. I'm saying that's a belief of most people in the world, right? Moreover, that's a belief of, I would say, a massive proportion of the world, all the religious Jews, Muslims, and Christians, right? So that's what, I don't know, it's like several billion, right? I think a lot more than trans community. They find cross-dressing deeply immoral, right? Have you ever been to, any Arab country and try to go for a bit of trans love, right? Go for a bit of cross-dressing? No, you'll get the shit kicked out of you and thrown in jail because they find it deeply immoral, right? This shows you that it's not a universally accepted ethical position, right? I have no problem with anybody being trans. I have a problem with trying to convince people, especially children, that being trans is a normative sexual option where it's really a kink, right? And you're welcome to have whatever kink you want. Of course, this piece of shit doesn't know anything because he's never seen my work, like never seen anything. Tzvi Lebetkin.
Wheelchair. They all think.
Why would anybody care? Be upset there's somebody in a wheelchair. What I found obnoxious about the Shirley Ann Bingham character is she was only there to have a wheelchair, right? It was demeaning to handicapped people, right? And equally, the taking Davros out of his wheelchair and making him walk around was one of the most awful and insulting thing to handicapped people I've ever seen, right? I've saw many handicapped people disgusted by that. But in this guy's silly little world, he can't fathom that.
That's woke because, or because the Doctor regenerated into a woman, the 13th Doctor, which Ian Levine.
Okay, the 13th Doctor regenerated into a woman as a political statement, as a social political statement. I actually think it's something that could have worked had they not relentlessly fucked it up, right, by having useless writing surrounding it. And her being terribly miscast, right? I think it's something that actually probably would have worked quite well. I don't know, could have maybe. I don't want to go on a limb now, right? But like, it was the execution of it, and the reason the execution failed is the same reason the execution of the current era is failing, because it's there to lecture you rather than to entertain you, right? Whereas something like Happiness Patrol, which I think was one of the most perfect ways of dealing with government overreach against gay people in the 80s, which I was alive for and I lived through. I think it's one of the perfect ways of representing that in Doctor Who by having a compelling, exciting narrative. And it was an interesting one as well, right? Played with mystery, right? It was really great. Right, it was fantastic. So, that wasn't tokenism, whereas today, Shooting Gatwa is pure tokenism.
Ian has expressed his hatred for it, which is surprising because it's been established that Time Lords can regenerate into a different gender. And
no, it was established at the end of the last Capaldi year. Oh no, when what's the name? The old bloke regenerated into, I can't remember, famous black bald lesbian woman. What's her name again? Tia Miller, maybe. I really can't remember her name. And she was like, "Oh, it was so awful being a man." I mean, and why? Because this was all agenda driven, pushed by the executives at the BBC, right? Because there's a absolute hatred of normative masculinity or gender roles, right? Just absolute hatred of it that the vast majority of the world is happy to fit into. I mean, I think for like 99.9% probably.
And that apparently gets mad. If anything, Ian should be mad at the writing of the story.
Well, yes. And actually, that's what most people are. They're mad at the writing of the story because it's shit. I find the tokenism disdainful, right? But like the thing you can really hang your hat on is the writing of it. And the same with Rusty Davis here. I mean, look, the Sutekh stuff, unwatchable garbage. I mean, genuinely unwatchable garbage.
Because Jodie Whittaker was a fantastic actor. She just got the short end of the stick when it came to...
Okay, I haven't seen any evidence of that whatsoever. She was a awful actor. And the best actor in the Jodie Whittaker years was what's his name? The white bloke. The guy who brought him to be the white bloke. Who took it wasn't like they wrote good lines for him and shit for everybody else. He was just a good actor and able to make it feel real. Jodie Whittaker had no clue about what the character was, how to play the character. And frankly, from what I saw, just wasn't clever enough to play the character.
Good written stories. But
good written stories, there you go.
Once Big Finish releases those audio stories, she'll have some great fun.
And we'll have quite a few ashtrays going spare as well.
But going back to this, Ian Levine saying he can't be homophobic because he's gay, disabled and in a wheelchair, and Jewish. That's completely wrong.
How's that completely wrong? Because it seems to be like, would you say he hates himself for his immutable characteristics?
He 100% can be homophobic.
I mean, again, if you define homophobic as disagreeing with you, then I guess anybody can, can't they? Right? Oscar Wilde's probably homophobic, according to this guy.
It's called internalized homophobia.
It's called you're a woke fuck who isn't very clever and is trying to make sense of things that is frankly above your pay grade.
It's like when you're a part of the LGBTQ community, which Ian is. He's gay. He's openly gay. He's expressed that he is gay.
Do you know how many gay people are not part of the LGBTQIA community? I would say most of them. This guy probably doesn't know anybody gay.
In the past. And like internalized homophobia is when you have bigoted views against gay people.
What are his bigoted views against gay people? Specifically, what are they?
Even though you yourself are a gay person.
Because you have this guy has a bigoted view against anybody who doesn't think the way he does, right? They must be evil. If you don't think the way he does, you must be a Nazi. And I have to tell you, one of the best explanations of bigotry was in Doctor Who, the Daleks, when Ian Chesterton said it's a dislike of the unlike, and this guy is full of it.
And that's where it comes from. Ian is one of those people who has internalized homophobia because he seems to hate.
I mean, what's your psychological pedigree? How are you able to make this diagnosis with never having counseled him? Oh, right, you can't because you're a twat.
The fact that gay people are being represented on TV now?
Nobody cares about gay people being represented on TV, and why are you conflating gay people with chicks with dicks, right? Nobody cares. Like, we didn't mind in the 2000s. We didn't mind in the 90s, right? We didn't really mind in the 80s, frankly, right? But what do you think, like, everybody loved Captain Jack, right? What do you think suddenly happened that people do not like Yasmin Finney? Because they're not the same thing.
With the introduction of Ncuti Gat was the 15th Doctor, and Russell,
the lowest rated, biggest failure of the Doctor, and that's following Jodie Whittaker. That's pretty bad.
Russell T Davies coming back to write new stories and everything.
I was excited for it too, darling.
As the new showrunner for the new series of Doctor Who, and it's crazy. If it weren't bad that Ian himself is being homophobic,
he's not. Again, you haven't just demonstrated any homophobia whatsoever.
He says, I now share Gareth Roberts' views, and I'm proud of him for daring to speak out.
So again, Gareth Roberts, prominent gay man, gay activist, but no, he's a Nazi too who hates gays, isn't he? Everybody's Hitler apart from me.
Roberts is, if people don't know, was a writer on Doctor Who. He's written some episodes like Shakespeare Code.
That was a good one.
And some other stuff. But he recently was.
It was in about 7 years ago, maybe more.
Outed.
Probably before this guy had pubic hair.
As a transphobic piece of shit, after he posted some tweets saying that trans people are trying to erase gay people.
Never posted anything of the kind. He posted very funny tweets that say, trans people are never called something like, Jennifer or Stacy. They're always called like, glamour puss or something like fair boy.
Gareth Roberts himself is an openly gay man, and for him to express views.
So you've got two gay people who say things that you don't like, so they're anti-gay.
Like that is absolutely baffling. I'm surprised he.
I know you're baffled. The reason you're baffled is because you're a moron.
He has views like that. Because we don't need people completely fighting with one another in this.
What if they disagree with each other? No, you're gay. You have to have gay views. If you don't have gay views, that means you're a Nazi. Really? Look, this is how this midwit thinks.
Type of thing. And rightfully, Gareth Roberts was fired as a writer for Doctor Who.
Never happened. He was never fired as a writer for Doctor Who. That never, ever, ever, ever happened.
So he'll never come back to Doctor Who.
From his choice, he sees it's filled with weirdo, nasty cunts like this.
And right again. But he decided to completely embrace his far-right grift and write a book.
Why is everything you don't agree with a grift? Right, why is it, we all know that you're right about everything. We're all just pretending. Why? Maybe you could be wrong about something. Has this guy ever been wrong about anything?
Book called The Trans Problem, which again expresses his views that trans people are trying to erase gay people in the world. And reminder, Gareth Roberts is an openly gay man. And
you've already said that, mate. You already said that. And again, that you can't work out what's going on. It's a you problem. He hasn't even got to me yet. Come on, he can't.
He's being so transphobic against people just because they change their sex and feel comfortable being a different sex. And then
if they feel so comfortable, why is their suicide rate still so high? Is it because you don't accept them? No, that's not the reason. It's because up until very recently, this was called body dysmorphia or body dysgraphia. I can't remember one of those two, right? And it was a psychological complaint that people were treated for. Now we've normalized mental illness.
And then they were assigned at birth.
Assigned at birth. He's got a penis. What do you think he is? Let's randomly assign him male.
It's getting ridiculous. And the fact,
yes, you are.
The fact that Ian even possesses or agrees with Garrett Roberts is frankly disgusting. I think.
Again, what's he say? What is it? Yeah, you've been very light on the Pacific. It still hasn't got to me.
By
the way, Ian, thank you very much for sharing this. It didn't mean to, bury the lead there.
Shouldn't be swept under the rug, or it shouldn't be tolerated anymore. Ian Levine needs to be.
Views other than mine shouldn't be tolerated. This guy is a Nazi. This guy's a literal Nazi.
Deplatformed, essentially. I don't say that lightly, but
yes, you do. You say it to anybody who you don't like. They should be deplatformed.
Like it's frankly insulting that he's even allowed to express these views without any repercussions. Same with Tzvi Lebetkin.
Tzvi Lebetkin. Tzvi Lebetkin. Tzvi Lebetkin, you dumb cunt. God, try and just say it over and over again. If you're going to try and attack someone, at least have the courtesy to say their fucking name, you dumb fuck. Oh,
Tzvi Lebetkin is one of those, as I said, he's one of those far-right YouTubers.
I'm so far right. Oh, yeah. I think, generally speaking, that all people, not generally speaking, absolutely, that all peoples are intrinsically equal and deserving of respect. Yeah, that's far right.
Even though he is Jewish, it doesn't mean. I mean, you got people like Ben Shapiro who are far right and conservative, and they're even though they're Jewish, they express something far right conservative.
You do know the Nazis were socialists, right? No, he doesn't. This guy is a moron, right? The Nazis were national socialists. That's left wing
points and values and such. Tzvi Lebetkin this is actually one of the tamest thumbnails he's.
Oh, does my thumbnail trigger you? Does it make you sad, or does it make you tingly in your private bits? I think it makes you tingly in your private bits. That makes you scared.
Had for his videos. You should see some other ones. I'll probably put one up that's basically.
Right, so this is from who was it? This is what the one they obsessed about, right? And here, look at this. Rabbi, won't this make the Twitter cycles awfully cross? Yes, it will! This is hilarious, right? This is absolutely hilarious. J-Bot meltdown, toxic fans, and watch-alongs. They basically did. Stranded 2, woke propaganda, woke propaganda. The erotic adventures of schoolgirl Victoria. Dude, you don't realize I'm trolling you? No, they don't, because they're too fucking stupid. Man, they're too fucking stupid to troll.
Kind of tame, but still kind of disgusting. He posts a lot of sexualized.
Yes, deeply sexualized. Oh, it makes my knickers go tight. He's making my knickers go tight.
Thumbnails on.
By the way, this is why my videos get more views than you, and you've got like a channel like 4 times the size of mine.
His YouTube channel.
Because I'm funny and you're a douchebag.
I'm guessing he's trying to get clicks and everything. Try to clickbait people and everything.
No, I take the piss. Because your ilk of people have deeply sexualized everything, right? I follow suit, right, and I do it in a heterosexual way rather than a LGBTQIA plus way, right? And weirdly, that's not okay. Chicks with dicks are fine. Chicks with vaginas, no way, weirdos. Hey kids, give chemical castration a chance. You don't want to be a bigot, do you? If you thought all we ever tried to do was scissor in the TARDIS.
Using sex, as always, as they say, sex sells.
No, sex makes you crazy, which makes me laugh.
But Jesus Christ, it's kind of like there's one of Victoria Waterfield and everything. Oh,
you already just showed that, you dumb cunt.
Oh, let me get talking about Victoria Waterfield. And this guy obviously follows Mr. TARDIS.
biggest, biggest anti-Semite. Like, no, I think one of the major anti-Semites sadly contact with.
One of the videos a few years back, Tzvi Lebetkin. This man's like
Tzvi Lebetkin. You don't know nothing about me whatsoever.
Triple the age of Victoria Waterfield at the time.
Okay, I'm not triple the age of Victoria Waterfield because Victoria Waterfield's not real. It's pretend, right? However, Victoria Waterfield, the age of a character was between 18 and 22. So, and I'm in my 50s, so 2.5 times. Yeah, now here's the thing. Would I like to have an extended sexual encounter with a group of high-paid, really top-of-the-line porn stars, right, for a few days? Yes, I would love that. I would. Now, am I going to have an extended sexual encounter with a group of top professional porn stars? No. Well, why not? You want to do it? Well, several reasons. One, I think it'll be awfully expensive, and I can't afford it. Two, much more pertinently, I'm married and I am faithful to my wife. So why am I saying I would like to fuck Deborah Watling? I would like to fuck an 18-year-old Deborah Watling. That's me saying, yeah, I think that will be quite fun. I think that will be a pleasurable experience, but like not more pleasurable than being happily married. Okay, carry on.
In Doctor Who, when we first meet Victoria Waterfield, she's like 14 or 15 years.
You've never even seen an episode with Victoria Waterfield in, have you? You've never seen one. You have no idea who the character is or what she looks like, right? You genuinely have no clue. No, she was 18 to 22, as clearly defined by the production team and her costume.
Years old, and Tzvi Lebetkin. In this video I'm about to put up, he expresses views that he wants to have sex with Victoria Waterfield because
and Millie Gibson. Don't get me wrong. That I would do. Yes, I would like to have sex with Nicola Bryant, like an 18-year-old Nicola Bryant. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I would like that. Yeah, I would enjoy that
because she's so cute, innocent, and naive.
No. That was me saying that it will be easy to be unscrupulous and get her into bed because she's cute, innocent, naive. Now, that, if you were a completely sexually inadequate tosspot, you would understand was a jokey joke. Yes. I don't like to, groom and rape children. Weird, isn't it? Like, I don't know. Look, maybe because I'm not from Pakistan. I don't know. I don't want to denigrate anybody else's culture.
And I'm like, and when I saw this, I was like, Jesus Christ. Here's the video.
Polly. Better Polly. Yeah, okay, so I reckon I had a chance at Polly. Okay, why isn't that a problem? Like, Annette Wills and Deborah Watling were like, what, a year or two behind? How old is, 1 second. Annette Wills, is it? Is that the name? Yeah, Annette Wills. So she was born in 1941, and Deborah Watling was born in... Okay, there's 7 years between them. Like, that was it, right? I mean, that's literally it. Unbelievable. Yeah, let's say copy image address. What is this? Copy image address. Let me go over here. To be clear, this is the schoolgirl we're actually talking about right now. Yeah, she's on a bed, not wearing much, in a sexy, provocative pose. Yes. Moving into Troughton. Victoria, easy. Too innocent. I like me laughing. Match me laughing. Closest to the end of her run. Like, she's, like, scared, and she needs, Victoria's easy.
Did you see this video? Because
you literally just showed it. Dude, you literally just showed it.
It's frankly disgusting that this man is even allowed to be even up on YouTube.
Oh, so weird. Somebody else who has a different outlook to you, right? A normative heterosexual one. also shouldn't be allowed. Really?
It's so disgusting. I can't believe that.
Okay, dude, you've never had a long-term relationship. I don't think you've ever had sex, frankly. You've never had children. You don't have much life experience, which is why you're a clueless twat.
That YouTube would continue to allow this filth on you.
Okay, doesn't the fact that they would continue to allow this filth indicate that you're wrong and it's not filth? No, YouTube's wrong. I'm right about everything. Yeah, you know Trump's going to be president again, don't you?
YouTube that somebody who expresses views about wanting to fuck a 15-year-old girl.
Again, she wasn't 15. And in no way did she look 15 in any way, shape, or form. Okay, this is the song going through this guy's head. What do I? Yeah, this is the thing he can't stop thinking about.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs. The people that came in, they're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
Yeah. I know this guy's gonna be watching this video, and now put Trump on. He's lost his mind.
And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame.
The normies were freaked out about this big time. It's so funny. Like, this is what goes on in that guy's head.
They're eating the dogs.
I mean, replace the picture of Trump with me, right? That's what's going on.
To be here up on YouTube, he's even expressed. He's even called other people groomers when he himself wants to fuck 15-year-old Victoria Waterfield. Hey,
again, wasn't 15, and to say a woman is attractive and sexual congress with them would be pleasurable isn't grooming, right? Try to tell kids that to cut their dicks off might be a little bit groomy.
You might say, "Oh, she's a fictional character. It doesn't matter."
She is a fictional character.
Her actress is 19 or 20 years old. It doesn't matter. In universe, she's 15 years old.
Again, show me your source for that. If she wasn't, you're 100% lying. Your source of that is Mr. Trilby, right? Who's a cunt.
And then when he posts the thumbnail of the sexualized Victoria Waterfield in a sexy schoolgirl outfit, like when you think of a schoolgirl, you're thinking it's a child.
No. Again, you're thinking of that because you're sexually inexperienced, and I would say inadequate.
Child, you're sexualizing a child, dude.
Yeah, no. You're just a hateful cunt retard, and I don't mean that a retard in the actual sense. I mean it in the derogatory, insulting sense. People with retardation are generally speaking much nicer than you.
It's disgusting.
So we're like 10 minutes in, he hasn't made a point yet.
And the fact that Ian even wants to associate with Tzvi Lebetkin.
Tzvi Lebetkin. Who is this Tzvi Lebetkin? Are you Tzvi Lebetkin? You've never, ever... I mean, again, this guy is so full of shit.
It's just, wow. You're supporting somebody who's pedophile.
Okay, so you've gone. So now I'm a pedophile. Who have I raped specifically? Was there ever any police report? Again, the aching stupidity of this person is beyond me. Right? Is absolutely here. If I get, I'll give you the if everybody could head over there and report this for targeted harassment. I think this is it. He's like literally calling me a pedophile.
And then, look at this thumbnail.
Say, this is the problem because it's funny and it takes a piss out of you.
Hey, instead of doing delightful adventures in time and space, why don't we do a bunch of queer stories instead? I
know. And how'd that work out for you? Oh, right. Lowest rated Doctor Who of all time.
How many queer stories did we even have in Doctor Who?
Well, if you had Shooty Gatwa in it, it was a queer story because Shooty Gatwa can't play anything other than super duper duper queer all the time. But if you want to say explicit references Then you would have Star Beast. You would have The Giggle, which had Yasmin Finney in it. You would have Church on Ruby Road. I've Been Snowman, and again, more trans weirdness. And then Space Babies wasn't. I mean, it was queer because Shooty Gut were in it. Boom was, I would say, hateful towards religion. It's queer adjacent, right? But again, I'm up to 3 out of 5 stories. Oh, wait, then you got, what's the name? Devil's Cord, which was shit. You got Rogue. So, wait, I'm up to 5 stories out of the, how many they done? 12? All right. And then you got Yasmin Finney. 7 stories, right? 7 stories. So, yes, that's the majority also.
Let's see.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Let's see. We had.
It's taking too long. Come on.
18th Doctor. So I don't see why he thinks there's sexual preponderance or
because of the sexual preponderance and Doctor. Because the actual sexual preponderance and why do I think that? I don't know. Here, 1 second. Maybe this clip will Oh no, I'm on the wrong thing. Maybe this clip might show you where I came up with this wacky idea, right? That it's other than saying we're doing queer stories, right? Like relentlessly. Maybe sound like this. Why is he sexually gyrating? Yeah, that's a queer story.
I'll tell you what, when we both get out of this,
let's butt fuck each other. Yeah, that's a queer story, darling. Yeah, that makes it a queer story.
They're pushing a trans agenda in this when it's just wow, they're just there. So it's
so let me ask you a question then. If they had a priest, like a Catholic priest, as the companion, Father Ed, who was always showed in positive light and was always giving over ideas from scripture and was just a good personal all-rounder. And then they went to the Eucharist, in the TARDIS. Would that be Christian story? I think you would have a meltdown, wouldn't you? I think this guy would, because he's a fucking moron and a hypocrite, as all morons are.
It's apparently a problem, but apparently.
Well, darling, have you seen the viewing figures? So apparently it's a problem for most of the fucking planet, right? Because is it going down well? Is it working out for you, darling? No, I don't think it is it? Again, the lowest rated Doctor Who of all time, and the most expensive, right? And the biggest hype, and the most hullabaloo around it all. And it's been a complete and total fucking failure. Shooty Gatwa is probably fired by now, right? Or I can't imagine there's going to be a 3rd season with him. But I don't know. Look, people, I can't imagine Kathleen Kennedy wouldn't get fired, but I guess she wasn't, right? It's like we live in wacky times.
Ian just existing isn't political, but a trans person existing is a problem for Ian for some reason, or
yes, because the vast majority of the world don't believe your ideology that women can have penises. Okay, it's an ideological point you're making. And just say, they're just existing. Yeah, okay. So it's like me saying, God just exists. The 10 Commandments exist. You just got to do the 10 Commandments. They just exist, right? My worldview exists. You guys got to do it. Yeah, no.
Or a gay kiss happening is a problem for Ian.
A gay kiss happening in Doctor Who is a fucking problem. Yeah, you're right, because most people want Doctor Who not to be about queer stories, right? He's like, there's no queer stories, and he lists off all the queer stories.
For whatever reason, it's not.
For whatever reason.
Should not be a problem.
In your infantile, batshit crazy, full of shit mind, I guess it isn't, but this guy has a problem understanding that he's not the world. In fact, he's in a tiny minority. And again, I want to be clear. No one's saying that gay people can't exist, right? Or trans people can't exist, or they should be round up into camps. I'm just saying that Doctor Who shouldn't be a platform for any minorities' worldview, right? At the exclusion of all the other people in the world, right? Doctor Who used to be inclusive, right? Used to be pro everyone. Now it's just queer stories. And the trouble is, when you do a queer story, it's only ever about being queer. It's never about the story.
But yeah, this whole thing was Tzvi Lebetkin, Rabbi from another
Tzvi Lebetkin.
planet. He's a bullshit artist.
Well, okay, specifically, what am I bullshitting about? Everything I say, I believe. Like, I think you're a infantile, moronic twat. And I'm not saying that to get clicks. I'm saying that because I think you are an infantile, moronic, bigoted twat, right? That's what I believe. That's genuinely my thought. It's not a grift. It's not a con. I'm not pretending. I think you are an infantile, bigoted, moron twat.
He likes to pull shit out of his ass, and he loves to.
I don't like pulling shit out my ass. I mean, I do like to defecate when I have to defecate, but no, that's not my favorite thing. Pulling shit out my ass, no, not really.
Scream woke and such.
Woke! No, I don't do that either, right? I don't do that. I do point out why things are woke and give a rather strong, cogent argument, which is, again, what fucks off little pussy fucks like this, right?
Calling for that gay characters are terrible and everything, and they should.
What characters are terrible? You know,
scream woke and such. Calling for that gay characters are terrible and
gay characters are terrible. Well, I don't know. I like Captain Jack. Why would I hate gay characters? Where are you getting this from? Right? Again, sheer ignorance, which is where all bigotry comes from.
Everything. And they shouldn't be doing this in my Doctor Who, not in my Doctor Who.
Well, again, I seem to represent the view of the majority, given that the ratings are the worst ever. What do you think that is? Oh, Netflix? No. It's because people are done. Did you not hear about Bud Light, right? How's Bud Light sales going right now? I think they closed the plants, right? Bud Light's in the toilet. You know why? Because people are sick of you screaming your batshit bonkers religion at everybody at every given turn, and then say when people go, oh, I don't really follow your religion, but live and let live. Ah, bigot, bigot, bigot. No, not everybody has to follow your fucking religion.
Ugh. Sickening that these people are able to exist. These far.
Okay. Now, I've gone from being a rabbi, a Jewish rabbi, to being somebody who is morally repugnant because I want to fuck a hot 18-year-old, to being a pedophile, to being need to be deplatformed, and now I can't exist. Right? Throw me into the ovens, right? How about that's what you're saying? Here, step into a shower, right? It'll be fine. Don't worry about the gas, and then get in the fucking ovens. That's literally what this cunt is saying.
All right, grifters are freaking terrible. And then this is from a post on his Facebook. Unfortunately, if Russell T Davies does not go back to telling dramatic science fiction classics once again,
it's not dramatic, you fucking nitwit. Dramatic, not just like if not Tzvi Lebetkin, it's also not dramatic.
Of gay and trans politics, this show is surely doomed as it was in 1989.
Well, again, that's just what the data says, mate.
So he just totally forgot about Torchwood and
No. Again, when you don't understand something, it's because you're a nitwit. It's because you're an imbecile. It's not because somebody else is stupid. It's because you are stupid, right? It's qualitatively different. That wasn't, firstly, Torchwood was it, so it was an adult show, wasn't Doctor Who. Whenever it had Captain Jack in Doctor Who, I don't remember it being highly sexualized as it was in Torchwood, right? But no, if you want to do a separate queer show in the Doctor Who universe, that's fine. No one's complaining with it. I don't think you'll get many people to watch it, which is why that you have to slap the Doctor Who logo on it to get people to watch it.
Captain Jack Harkness.
I personally love Captain Jack Harkness, right? I love Torchwood as well.
Totally forgot about Jack and Alonzo or
No, nobody forgot about it, right? Literally nobody forgot about it. You just don't understand because you're a fuckwit.
Jack and Iato or any of this stuff. He just completely forgets about this stuff. This is before Russell T Davies even came back.
Yeah, it was a different writer back then, a good writer, a successful writer.
So he's just gonna forget about all this stuff because this.
Okay, again, look at this guy not understanding something and then not being able to cope.
Was the show doomed when they brought in Captain Jack, or was the show doomed when they did this stuff in Torchwood?
Again, why you conflate? It's like conflating gay people with trans people. What's the connection?
Also, because Chris Chibnall wrote a lot of Torchwood stuff, and people were
weirdly the Chris Chibnall Torchwood stuff was quite good, right? I was actually quite surprised about that.
Fine with that, and all of a sudden people are giving shit to Chris Chibnall for his terrible time on.
I mean, you've literally just said the scripts of Jodie Whittaker were unbelievably bad, and now you're praising Chris Chibnall for the same scripts
during his tenure. So, what is it, Ian? Are you just going to be hypocritical? I remember I specifically.
He's so fucking stupid. Oh my god! It's actually painful how stupid this guy is.
I remember you loving Captain Jack Harkness back.
I got whiz forward. Like
endlessly tragic. In future, I must really.
Okay, let's go back to him reading it.
When you were supposed to be asking about Torchwood. Continuing with this stuff, what has happened to it is horrendously tragic. In future, I must really.
I do this reading. You should really be able to do this.
I learned to be much more careful for what I wish for. Tragically, it was me who wished for his return after Jodie Whittaker. And look at the shit we are in now. A cesspit of shit.
Ian wouldn't have said it that way.
The only person who's in the cesspit of shit is you, because you keep complaining about this shit.
Wait. So if you're in a cesspit of shit and you don't complain about being in a cesspit of shit, you're not in a cesspit of shit. Is that like saying if I say I'm a girl and I have a penis, I'm a girl? That's that sort of thing?
Ugh. The fact that Ian even wants to associate with somebody like this, it's disgusting. His thumbnails and such are fucking disgusting.
What bothers me about my thumbnails is I'm taking the piss out of you and you don't like it and you're crying like a fucking bitch.
Ian continues to be a complete tool bag, and I'm not understanding any nuances or anything
Yeah, he's not understanding. That's what's going on.
Thing about how about a gay character isn't political. He keeps thinking they're putting gay and trans politics in. No, this is just normal everyday life, Ian. Gay.
No, it's not normal everyday life. Most women don't have penises.
People and trans people exist.
Yes, I understand they exist, right? They're trans people are a teeny minority, and the idea that you're trying to instill that the kink of cross-dressing and public cross-dressing is not appropriate for a family audience. Weird, that isn't it? Weird.
Existing is not a political message. It's just them being there.
No, you're just too dumb to see it because you're a fuckwit.
I don't know how that's so hard for a lot of these right-wing grifters.
Yeah, the reason he doesn't know it's so hard because I commented on it and he deleted the comment. Said, come on my channel, talk whenever you want. Because they won't talk to anybody not like them because they're terrified of being wrong.
To understand.
And they're pussies.
Ian always said always says he's comparable to Joe Biden or the Democratic nominee for president right now, Vice President Kamala Harris. But
how's he comparable to that? Okay.
Ian Levine is the more and more he talks or runs his mouth, he more and more sounds like Donald Trump.
Now, Ian hates Donald Trump. I would think he would. I think that presidency worked out good for most people. World peace and best economy of our lives. Ian hates him with every fiber of his being, right? There's absolutely detests him. Right, people are different. Although I love Ian Levine so much, I would never get in his face about it. I really would, because look, everyone's entitled to their opinion, and he's mad. Ian Levine hates him whoa. The There's no opposition on the Ian Levine hating Donald Trump. He absolutely detests him in every way, shape, and form.
And that's all I have to say about that. Thank you guys so much for watching this.
Okay, well, that went on longer than I thought. I'm sorry, I got sucked into taking the piss. What can I tell you? It does happen. But before we do anything, we got to do a postscript to the was it Saturday night when I went over. That guy did that whole like video about me, like who like couldn't pronounce my name and knew nothing about me other than I'm a pedophile and a fascist. Okay, so he deletes any comment I put there, and then I called him out, and he deleted, and he's like, this is just. It's incredible. These people are just the biggest losers. So here's what we're going to do, right? I'm going to put a comment on this during the stream in real time, right? We'll check back at it and see it's been deleted, right? This guy is such a loser. I mean, firstly, how do you have 252 views when you have a 16.7 K channel? That means you paid for your subs, right? You pay for your subs, you pay for something, right? That really makes no sense. You have 252 views on a 16.7K channel. Makes no sense whatsoever. So finally, I put this up, and he left up just for one reason: to lie, right? This guy, again, it amazes me. People have no problem with lying. So I said, dude, I love my go check the video. Okay, check out my video on his video, which I'm putting out on Thursday, I think. Dude, I love the way you keep deleting my comments. Keep my comments out of what I can only assume is sheer terror. You're genuinely hilarious. And so, like, this is literally the only comment from you on this channel. Quit acting like I'm terrified of you, fucking creeper. Well, if you weren't terrified of me, you wouldn't be deleting my comments like a pussy, right? Wouldn't you? And then lying about it, like you're doing anything. I mean, am I dealing with a kid? Well, he's had this channel for a while. It's like 10 years. But I think I'm dealing with maybe just dealing with a loser, right? So I don't know if Confessor 1917 is also the game center, right? But we'll find out. I mean, I don't know. It's probably a sock puppet account, isn't it? What? That's a trash! Nobody is terrified you! You're pissing yourself. You're hiding behind an avatar. Well, maybe young girls and women. So I'm going to make a guess. Of the two of us, which one has normative relations, right? Has had a long-term successful marriage with and had children, boys and girls, right? And has normative relations with people they know. I think it might be me. Right, I think Confessor 1917 is in the back of a closet wanking over a copy of Muscle magazine, right? In absolute shame, right? I just think if you're going to look at the two of us, you're probably the one deeply messed up sexually. But in reality, you're just somebody who posts online. I know that. It's like, well, you can't really get me when you tell the truth. Yes, I am somebody who posts online, like everybody else. What do you generally think somebody is scared of? They're scared of being humiliated. They're terrified of that, right? They're terrified of it. Grow the fuck up, you ridiculous person. Literally, why would anybody do that? You're just some joking person. Like, fine, I'll reply to him as well. But let's see if this gets deleted, right? Which we will go back to it, and this is going to make a great postscript for the to the video I'm going to put out about it tomorrow. Dude, you're a liar. You deleted 3 posts here and literally just deleted my reply to you. You know nothing about me, including how to pronounce my name, which I say at the beginning of all my videos. Maybe that's a sign you haven't seen any of mine. Why on earth do you think I don't like gay people or black people? Why do you think Gareth Roberts was fired from Doctor Who? He wasn't. Why do you think Victoria is 15? You generally know nothing about Doctor Who, human sexuality, which is why you find it so deeply confused as to why gay men don't share your worldview, just as most people don't. And as I said, me. You're a bigot, plain and simple, just filled with a dislike of the unlike, which is a Doctor Who quote you won't get because you know nothing about Doctor Who. Anyone who doesn't think the way who doesn't think your way is evil and needs to be deplatformed. 1 second. Says people like you and all fascists throughout time. I'm glad, I'm doing this here because I know it's going to be deleted. And like most small-minded bigots, you're a moron, right? Now let's just see how long that takes to vanish. So let's say hello to Confessor 1917. Assuming you're not a sock puppet account for what's it called again? At the Game Center. At the Game Center. Oh, interesting. Spelled the English way. At the Game Center. Should we not a sock puppet account for at the Game Center? Which you probably are. People are terrified about being humiliated. This bonkers, hate-filled video is just ripe with material to humiliate with by showing up the sheer stupidity. Probably, sorry. But this your bonkers hate. This Hunger Baby is right with material to humiliate by showing up the sheer stupidity of the many factual inaccuracies throughout. That's why was it at the Game Center? That's why I assume delete my post in sheer terror. Hope that helps you to understand. Doink. 5. Now, let's see if it gets deleted, right? And then right after the stream, literally right after the stream, he deleted all the comments. I mean, what a loser. What a loser. My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. And ring the little bell. Ring that little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.